All right, so let's make sure our volume is up. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Good morning, Nicole. I haven't seen you here in a while. I hope all is well. Shout out to Kelly C1 for being the first one here, almost always. Manners and respect to you, Kelly. I appreciate you greatly. Hump Day, blessings, SouFlo, and the Morning Thoughts family. Welcome to Hump Day, and let's get over the hump. Let's first greet everybody though and say shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Manners and respect. And shout out to the Uber driver, the Lyft driver, the truck driver, the long distance truck drivers, especially. Shout out to the brother Troy Stars Trucking Vlogs on YouTube. Go check his channel out and support the brother as well. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. Shout out to you. So we have a couple of topics to talk about this morning, but let me big up at least the first 10 people that came in early. Arlene K. Unstoppable, thank you for being here. Miss Goldie Robinson, thank you for being here. Darlene Walter Riley, Rising Phoenix, Anthony Bearer, Nicole Bazar, Junior Cameron, Stacy Deans, Monique Thompson, Sir Alfred Benjamin, and Bella Mariposa. Thank you all for being here this morning. And for everybody else, thank you as well as you roll in. So let me set this up before I go into this. Should be a pretty festive morning. I wanted to talk about, forget what we want to talk about. What we are going to talk about is we're going to talk about Mr. C, which is a famous DJ, Mr. C from Hot 97. We're also going to talk about chicken love. Now, chicken love is a whole different thing probably from what you're thinking chicken love is. So stick around for the chicken love part. But let's deal with the Mr. C part first. For those of you who don't know, when I used to live in New York, Mr. C used to play on the radio. I used to listen to Hot 97. I'm based in Florida now, so I don't know if Hot 97 still has the same lineup of DJs and all that. I know Bobby Condas and Jabba are still on there. They still do their thing to the for the Caribbean community and those who are into Caribbean culture, and they are big on Hot 97. Back in the day, way back in the day, Wendy Williams, the Wendy Williams you see now, the conglomerate Wendy Williams that's on television now, Wendy Williams was on Hot 97, and we used to wake up early just to hear Wendy Williams talk people business, them kind of something that Mr. C was around ever since those times. So he's a well-known DJ, very famous DJ, and then things started happening. I'm setting this up before I let you hear and see the video clip. So Mr. C, of course, you know, he always portrayed the part of a man, and a man that is famous. He likes women, has a lot of women around him and stuff, until Mr. C started getting caught with transsexual men. So transsexual in a sense that is a man that is dressed as a woman. And the first time he got caught, the hip hop community excused it and they said, well, that person tried to trick him, right? Because it was on a street where prostitutes were. That person tried to trick him, but other people were wiser. Other people said, yes, it's on a street where prostitutes are, but that particular street in that particular area, it's all men dressed as women. So he knows what he wants. Dismissed it. Second time, video came out, he got caught again, and it got him in some trouble with Hot 97. I believe he was taken off the air for a while. I don't know if he's back on the air. Times have changed since then. Back then, you could cut somebody's job or whatever if their sexuality came out and it was on the other side of what your standards is for your workplace. Now you can't do that so much. People will sue you, okay? So here is Mr. C, and Mr. C is speaking to Maino, and Mr. C finally comes all the way out. All the way out. So I gotta let you hear this first, and then we're gonna talk about the mindset of a man like this. Now, Mr. C recently did an interview also with GQ magazine, and GQ magazine asked him Forget what GQ magazine asked him. Listen to this first. This is Mr. C and Maino having a conversation. I can't play the whole video because it's not my content, but I'll play some or most of it. All right, listen.
I absolutely strictly women.
Okay.
That was good.
Here we go.
Okay,
I like that. That's cool. But
okay, so people
you
thought
like trannies though.
That's what I do, bro.
That's
you
what
know
you
me.
do.
You know what I do. That's what I do. It's
But
well documented.
you liking trannies? Do you consider yourself a gay man?
I mean, I've answered that question way back when I got arrested in 2011 and 2013.
We got new.
Yeah, I know we got new people. I consider myself trisexual. I'll try anything.
Okay. Hey, I respect it. I respect it.
I'll try anything.
I respect
Not anything. Not literally not anything. But the point I'm making is that the only thing I've done with transsexuals is that I got head from a transsexual. I've never had sex. I never penetrated
never hit a nigga.
No.
You never hit a nigga.
Never.
No.
You never hit a nigga.
No.
Okay.
Not one time.
No. Never in my life. Never had sexual intercourse with a transsexual.
But what is it like? What is the thing with transsexuals? Like, because it's a man, so it's like because there's footage, right? Where it's like this dude tapes you, right?
Right.
And y'all like haggling over the prices of head, right? So it's like.
But let me correct you.
Right.
It wasn't a dude that taped me.
Right.
It was a transsexual woman.
Okay.
Listen.
I don't want them to get at you.
Don't get at me.
It was a transsexual woman that taped me. It was not a man.
Okay, I don't understand all this shit.
But I'm telling you.
That's what I'm saying. You
want to learn from the master?
What you into? Fucking master. This is the fucking master.
You want to learn from the master?
The master. So.
Because I don't want you to get, because they will get at you.
If
you don't talk the right terminology,
I have a problem.
You will have problems.
Okay, so a transsexual female tapes you, basically haggling over head prices and where to do it at and all this other stuff. Like, so what I'm asking you is that my question is like,
listen.
Do you prefer that it's a
man that looks like a woman?
That used to be that looks like a woman, or
Maino, stop being difficult.
Right here.
That's what a transsexual woman is.
So
it's a man that's dressed like a woman.
right? But is that what you like though?
Yes. I already made that clear. Where we going? Where we going here?
You know, I really respect your honesty.
I'm about to prove you.
So now let me say, don't let this Jamaican flag behind you, because there are going to be some people that are going to watch this video that are not from our culture. So don't let this Jamaican flag behind you make you think what the world has been thinking or has been led to think. You know, Jamaica is a very hostile place for homosexuals. They don't like homosexuals. If you go there and you're gay, you will get killed. Don't let that use that to judge me. I'm not one of those people. I've always said that what another person does in the bedroom, none of my business. I've worked alongside people that are gay or homosexual, if you will, and we perform the duties that we were paid to perform, and it never hindered us working together and accomplishing the mission. You understand? So I'm not one of those people. I don't care about your lifestyle in that manner. I'm discussing this morning because of the mindset and somebody as influential as Mr. C. See, times have changed. Mr. C is no longer shunned. Mr. C is back in the spotlight. Mr. C has been given a platform again, right? Because now it's cool to be, and it's cool to come out and say that that's what you are. He recently did an interview with GQ magazine, and on the interview with GQ magazine, they asked him specifically, what is your obsession with transsexuals? And Mr. C said, quote unquote, I got it written right here on my board. He said, I don't know, it's just a eccentric, kinky kind of an obsession. So the interviewer said, okay, so you're gay. Are you gay? And he says, no, absolutely not. You heard him just now tell Maino that, because Maino said, so what's the point? It's a man dressed as a woman. Is that's what you like? And he said, yes. Yes, where are we going with this? I already clarified that a long time ago. That's what I like. Telling Maino he could learn from the master and all that, right? Okay. There are a lot of people in our community that are like that. There are a lot of people in our community that are like that. A lot of them are scared to come out, so they have to live a double life. And we often see this and hear this from sisters who are telling stories about how they found out that their significant other is actually into men, or how they caught them in the house when she was not there, and all this other stuff. Mr. C at this point thinks that it is okay to be with another man. It is okay for another man to perform sexual acts on you, but you're not gay, as long as that man is dressed as a woman. You get that? As long as that man is dressed as a woman, it's okay, and you're not gay. Now I'm saying to myself, what kind of mind frame is that? What kind of thought process is that? What kind of message are they trying to send out to the public? Who are they trying to give this type of influence to? Straight up, Len, he's living in denial, but he's allowed to deny publicly, and then mainstream is taking it and using it as, hey, it's his life. He can be as fluid as he wants to be. If he does not identify with whatever you call it, if he doesn't identify with gay, then it's disrespectful for you to call him gay. You're wrong for calling him gay. He said he's not gay. So you're being with men, but the men are dressed as women, so you're not gay. I've actually seen this same mindset become a commonplace in our society. Commonplace in our society now. Everybody is either gay or bisexual or bi-curious or on some part of the spectrum of the alphabets that keep getting longer and longer and longer. Hey man, if you like it, you like it. That's your business. Like I said before, it doesn't offend me. I'm just concerned about what the future looks like as far as children go, because they are speaking to children. It's out here for the children, right? You turn on like Hot 97, everybody listens. Kids listen. Kids start to look up to Mr. C. Kids are starting to date other kids. Boys are starting to look at boys like, he cute. I could get with him. If he put on a dress, then he's a girl, so I'm good. I'm not gay. Like, that confusing agenda. There is no line that is drawn anymore where it's okay. That's what you are, you're here. And that's what you are, and you're here. No, don't put me in a box. Don't try to define me. And again, legal actions can be taken against you if you go out of your way to say, call people what they're not or what they don't identify with. So in your opinion, before I move on, because I don't want to spend too much time on that, I want to really talk about the chicken love stuff. But before I move on, what is your assessment of this Mr. C person? Is he just straight up gay? Because maybe the brother needs to hear it from everybody else that are observing him from the outside. Is he straight up gay and he just needs to come out and say, yes, he is a gay man? Or is this something that is normal in your eyes, as in people should be able to explore and have fetishes and fantasies and act them out and get caught multiple times in public acting them out, and you can just dismiss it as eccentric, kinky obsession, kind of a fantasy thing, but no, I'm not gay? What do you think? Morning, King Biggs. Manners and respect, thank you for being here. Old Jonker 416 Shotstar Music says, gay and confused, son. I agree. Cynthia Gooding says, SouFlo, remember my story? The man who revealed to me that he had a sexual encounter with a man, yet he was saying he wasn't gay. See, I did the story on the channel as a Dear SouFlo, but I never called your name. So, all right. So, see, perfect. So there are people out there who say, I must make up SouFlo and make up them story because I'm sure nobody in the right thing, nothing like that to him. I've seen those comments. See, when I do my Dear SouFlo stuff, here the person is, Cynthia Gooding, SouFlo. Remember my story? The man who revealed to me that he had a sexual encounter with a man, yet he was saying he wasn't gay. I've seen them they're starting to use celebrities like Malik Yoba. And now, please, again, this is not an anti-gay agenda. We're just having a conversation and we are talking about the lines that are blurred that us outside of that lifestyle do not understand. I'm concerned because I have children. I'm trying to understand the world in which they are growing up in. I got to get real articulate with the hands and everything this morning because I'm hoping to just hit some part of everybody's brain this morning where it doesn't go to, oh my God, that's the anti-gay channel, tear the channel and all this other stuff. It's a different vibe. It's a different vibe we are bringing. See? Different vibe we're bringing. I'm just trying to understand what's going on. Gay and trying to hide it. Plain sight. Mr. C, been man-loving for years. Hip-hop knew it, and it's plenty more out there that are download. Download brothers are everywhere. I remember when I was running my mom's restaurant, this one guy that kept coming to the restaurant. Now, this man is a preacher or something in the church, have wife and picnic and everything. So one day I was going to the gym. You know, I got a little fat or lost a lot of mass and all that. Corona did that to pretty much most of us who didn't and still don't want to go in a gym setting, whatever. But no excuses, no excuses. Me I go to the gym. So I was leaving the restaurant to go to the gym, and I took off my shirt, and I was about to jump in my car and drive to the gym, which is just down the street. And this brother jump out time car. This man know, man by now, big church man, always come to the restaurant thing. Talk good to my mom, knows my mom more than he knows me. He goes to her church. The brother stretch out him hand like this, see? And I thought he was just trying to greet me. And you know that thing we do in the Caribbean when we are grow up, when you tickle a girl hand middle like this? Big man still do it today. So for those of you who like to see a woman stretch out her hand and greet Jamaican men, one of them man, call Jamaican man, them forward, you know, when they want something, them we tell her straight up, say, them a beg her up, and them kind of something there. So he actually did that to the middle of my hand. I pulled my hand back like this, right? And he was like, man, you looking real good. And I looked at him like, I mean, I was stunned. I didn't know what to say, but I was like, I gave him that kind of crazy look. And he was like you've been working out and stuff. Like, I got to get on and switch it quick enough. Because he saw what my response was and he thought it could have gotten violent. But I wasn't going to get violent. I was just like, ew. And you are not the kind of somebody there. I gave him leeway to run with it to physique. I don't want to thump a man in his face. And next thing, I wasn't even talking about that. I shook his hand and he punched me in my face. He extended his arm for me to shake his hand. So I never want to escalate the thing that fast. Pull my hand back. Now this man knows me a Jamaican. He's obviously from the Caribbean. I don't know him good enough to know what his background is. But there's something here. When them shake your hand and them dig out the middle of your hand like this, tickle the middle of the hand. When he did that, and then I said, well, you looking good. You looking real good. But he said it like he was talking to a female. And that's what threw me way off now. Now combine that thing in the hand niggle with the comment. I was like, what the mommy church, brother? Brother, you go them way there. I was like, you know, I was really taken aback. And the man stare upon me. I don't know, them I want to look for them gear. And I was like, hey. So I jumped in my car and I left. And it was awkward because we didn't say anything in parting. Like, all right, man, I'll catch up with you later or nothing. I just jumped in the car and I left. And as I'm leaving, he's just staring at the car, leave and everything. Now, the next time I saw this guy, I saw him around my mom and other people again, because him come back at the restaurant again. And the man act very different, which confirmed that you strange, fella. You strange. So there are a lot of men out here that are living this kind of life because they simply cannot come out for whatever reason. They have gone too far into the heterosexual picture that they have painted. Them done go invest in a wife and have picked me already, and now assets are tied together, bank accounts are linked together, we own the house together. So if split up happens, she's probably going to end up with the house. He might end up homeless and have to go look somewhere, rent a place till he can get back or whatever, right? Don't want the children to feel ashamed of me, all these kind of things, and they stay. And the whole time they're staying, they're living this kind of a life. I've always said this. We live in a different time, okay? And I say this not only for the men, women are doing it too. And not just the man that might do it. Women are doing it too. Some of y'all women out here talk about that's your bestie and all that. As soon as you get drunk together, your tongue got in a fair mouth and them something there. Women are doing it too. Come out. The worst that could happen is everybody knows who you are and where you stand now. Them just have to go deal with it. So come out and be you. Right? We live in that kind of world where it's not that hostile anymore. So come out and be you. And then when you come out and be you, everybody can understand. And I say this to save the sisters. You could ask anybody about Atlanta. You see, Atlanta has become the mecca of black entertainment. I was around when New York was the mecca of black entertainment. New York was running everything. Everybody wanted to dress like how the people from New York dress, with the baggy jeans, flat brim hats, and all that. And then everything switched with the music to Atlanta, right? These women in Atlanta, they can tell you there are countless videos on YouTube why to never date a man from Atlanta, why to all this other stuff. One lady said why she is leaving Atlanta, a single, successful, young black woman. She can't take it anymore because majority of who she has ran into and tried to date has turned out to be on both sides of the fence and living a double life. Steve Rudolph Jr., thank you. Thank you for being here. Him say, well, go on SouFlo. I know me late, but me there, brother. Manners and respect, family, and I thank you for being here. I appreciate you greatly. So, yeah. All right. Bella Mariposa says, sometimes women have to be careful. The undercover ones can cause damage at the heterosexual woman's expense. Very true. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. You know, things have changed so much. Like one time gone, man used to like, you know, women used to like scruffy men. And I truly understand now how music and entertainment actually influences everyday life. Like if it becomes popular in a musical setting, like in the rap culture or whatever, fashion, that fashion translates over into the community, into real life, to where everybody does those things now because it was cool to do on a Cardi B video, and then it was cool to do on a whoever the guy is that's hot video and all that. So they bring these. That's why I brought in Mr. C, because he is one of those at the head of the culture. Mr. C could break and make records, and back in the day, he was one of the gatekeepers. So he decided who came into the business, whose record got played on Hot 97, and he could say he could be a part of the team that says, nah, don't play him. So you will never get a spin. So yes, that part. Now I feel bad for anybody who's in a situation like that, especially a woman who has to wake up one day to find out that this man who she is in love with and has invested so much into and has given herself completely to him, to the point where she has bore children for him, multiple children for him. Then she wakes up to find out that he actually likes men, not you. You don't even have what he wants. And there's no way you can compensate because are two different things are going on. See? I don't want to use any derogatory terms when talking about a specific community of people or a group of people, or, you know, because things get real touchy these days. Real touchy these days. But I just think, man, don't deceive anybody. Just come out. Because Mr. C spent a lot of years deceiving people. There are a lot of women that dated Mr. C and that ran after Mr. C and always wanted to be with Mr. C, whether it was for the fame and the clout or whatever else. And some women don't even care. Look at Andrew Gilliam. Some women don't even care. Y'all know who Andrew Gilliam is, right? He was the mayor of Tallahassee, which is the capital of the state of Florida. And then he was in the running to become the first African-American governor for the whole state of Florida. And at the height of his career and going in, so he ran for that office before and he missed it. Everything is lined up for him to get it this time. And look what destroys him and stops him in his track to greatness. A muscle bodybuilding gay dude on a gay website. That's who he got found with in a hotel. Unconscious, drunk. Yes, it's old news, Messiah, whatever your name is, but it's still a relevant topic as far as how it translates over into our culture. Hey, if the reasoning's a little bit above you, you can exit. But old news, new news, what's new to you is old to somebody else. What's old to somebody is new to another person. See? So when I talk, I know why you're nobody come tell me about no old news before me get ignorant in there. Because I can't get ignorant to it. But anyhow, I'm going to keep it kosher. I'm going to keep it classy, and I'm going to keep on going. So that mindset, that right there, that mindset, right? And some of y'all, man, you come out here and talk all that mess, and you're probably one of them that I'm talking about. My words sting. Right? My words sting. You probably have a woman right now and y'all do some, and that's not really your interest because you're really like, man. So when I say truth, when I speak truth, those who spirit get irritated by the truth, you know, them feel like, it's like that. It's like them people in a church when them do an exorcism and you see the pastor say, demon. And it's supposed to be demon in ours, so the demon start rile up. Pastor's trying to get me out. I saw some honesty. When we talk truth, it burn you. So you talk about move on. Old news. Old news. While I'm at it, let me say this. I see a brother yesterday. Now, my wife put up a picture, and my wife is asking, what about this looks revealing or blah, blah, blah. I see one brother come on the picture and say something like this. Hear it. She look like barrel. She look like a barrel. Her body look like a barrel. One of them barrel there where you ship things in and go to Jamaica. She was asking you about the outfit and what about it looks revealing, right? And your answer to the woman is our body look like a barrel. The kind of disdain that some of you men carry for women, it is obvious that you don't like women. You're into men. That is why it's easy for you to look at a woman. Right? Yes, that's how the world are run. And that's since the beginning of time. Man jump on any woman enough. Big woman, small woman, roly-poly woman, all kind of woman, cut up, shape up body woman, whatever. A woman is a woman though. See? But someone don't like woman in any form, shape, or size them coming as man you really into. So you follow a woman around on social media to tell her say her body look like barrel. Her husband don't mind if her body looks like a barrel. She fine. See? But you have an issue with it. Yeah, so the message is, a lot of you women, you need to look at these men. Like, really look at these men. You need to close your legs for a minute, right? Go and hold it. All when it itch you so bad, but yeah. Say a prayer work for you. Do some push-ups and sit-ups. Go jogging. Do something. Change your diet. I don't know, but stay away from them man here. Keep an eye out and learn to develop that discerning spirit. Keep an eye out because it's telling. Usually it's very telling in the beginning. You just so caught up that you keep missing it. And then your story is, yeah, it must spend whole heap of time in the mirror. Film eyebrow them arch up like yours and all these things. And you dismiss all that stuff as he gets his nails done and put on him clear nail polish and stuff, and my man clean. My mom get him toes done, get him nails done. You know what I'm saying? Get him eyebrows done. Him clean. I'm like clean man like that. Okay. Fine. You got a girlfriend now. Y'all could go get your nails done together and your toes done together. I'm not saying that couples can't get pampered together and you know you go spend a time at the spa. But what I tell you is, maybe it's the way I was raised. But talk to me and tell me if I'm wrong. Maybe it's the way I was raised. But the generation that raised me, it don't have nothing to do with no man getting no nails done and getting toes done on a regular basis. I say regular basis. You used to the thugs them go touch out them tough foot every now and then and get some dust off right and some toenail fix right. Okay, we pamper every now and then. But when you see him rushing to the nail salon more than you are and rushing to the facial thing to get eyebrows arched properly, and he's more concerned about his eyebrow arch and if it's correct and all this than he's concerned about you and your outfit and how you look. The fact that it's there in front of you already. So what the culture has done is they've actually switched what real man is to where people started not even looking at real man anymore. Yeah, he look all, he look too rough and like he need to clean up. Yeah, and they got more refined and more refined and more refined until them start look feminine, and then y'all just liking it and liking it and liking it till you start crying. Because we never know if your man didn't like I'm a find out see the picture of that phone. The mother bent him over, oh God. They're all along. Just strung you in. So if it strung you in like that, what you think is doing to the children that are coming? Because they're out more now than ever before. See it? So I'm talking about influence. That may I talk about. So women, be on the lookout, man. Be on the lookout. Men, I don't know what to tell you, sir. Maybe you're adventurous, and if you find out, say, your wifey or your girlfriend goes that way, if she is nice enough to invite you in, because that's the fantasy among most men. If she's nice enough to invite you and look a tree somewhere in the off for a long time, that kind of something, then hey, go ahead and enjoy yourself if that's what y'all do and what floats your boat. Not true? However, keep an eye out on them too, because it goes down. It goes down. All right, so moving right along. That's my generation, millennials. Why? Rough out there. Moving right along. Let's talk about okay, like Birdman. See, I can't even move right along right away. Y'all remember that? For those of us who were around then, do y'all remember that? That's what I tell you about the culture, Mr. C, Hot 97. Y'all not making the connections or what? Remember Birdman? Remember when Birdman, that's with Tony Braxton now? Remember when Birdman dapped up Lil Wayne and then pulled him in? Poor Lil Wayne looked like he was about 3 feet 5 inches tall. And Birdman just grabbed him in and kissed him in his mouth. On live television. And Lil Wayne looked like he didn't know what to do. And you got to remember, this kid has been in the company of these people since he was really, really, really young. Father wasn't there. I think his father was killed. And his mom gave him over to Birdman. Make my baby a star. We'll make him a star, all right. But he's going to have to pay a price. Because we ride horses around here. They made him into a star, all right. But it's been that since, it's been seeping in since then. And it got even more bold and brazen now. See? So, hey. Moving right along. I could talk about that one. Love. Let's talk about love. Because some people don't even know what love is. Let me switch the subject. Let's talk about love. I got a funny piece for you. This brother had me laughing so hard I couldn't even contain myself. But I'm going to make it play till it reached the beginning. Now listen. Here. So he does an impression of Muta Baruka. See? But it's about a man who loves a chicken. And it's confusion as to what love is. You ready for it?
Love the chicken, man. No, man, he don't love the chicken. He love himself. Him being ridiculous.
Here we go.
Yeah, man. I know the chicken weird.
A bit of a laugh on Wednesday morning.
And I see a model or design there. And the bumbo clock foul leg them. I love, man, I love. So he doesn't love the chicken, my brother? No, man, he don't love the chicken. He love himself and him a deal. Ridiculous. It tastes good. You believe that? Yeah, man. I know the chicken wheels make him like it. And what the chicken can do for him. And the same model or design there. Fuck up our idea of love rolling at the waist, yeah. I say, man, right now, I say, all right, you might eat some chicken. I say, why you eat chicken? I bet you, what the first thing I'm going to say? I love chicken virgin, what kind of question that? And then now I love making cut off the full head. Dip him in a pan of boiling bumbo-clad water. And pluck him and eat every last one of the bumbo-clad foul egg them. I love, man, I love. So he doesn't love the chicken, my brother? No, man, he don't love the chicken. He love himself and him a deal. Ridiculous. It tastes good. You believe that? Yeah, man. I know the chicken wheels make him like it. And what the chicken can do for him. And I see a model or design them. And the bumbo-clad foul egg them. I love, man, I love. So he doesn't love the chicken.
Yo, I laughed till I was weak when I saw this first, okay? Because he nailed, first of all, he nailed the Muta Baruka. Shout out to Muta Baruka, one of our elder statesmen and teachers. Shout out to Muta. This brother nailed the Muta Baruka. I love making cut off chicken neck, dip him in a pan of boiling hot bumbo cloth water. I love. And that's how we use love. You see me? The message behind that though, and why I find it so funny is that it is so real to life. People will tell you that them love you, just like how the man say him love chicken and him love the chicken, but yet still, you will cut off the chicken head. You will dip the chicken in a pot of boiling bumbo cloth water. Strip off all of the chicken feathers, cut out him inside, season him, fry him, yam him, and eat off all of the chicken egg them. What does that equate to you? Yo, Isaac Gaza, big up Isaac Gaza out of the UK, big up yourself. What does that equate to you? That tells me that is how some people love you in real life. They will damage you in every way possible and still tell you so them love you. Just like how the man will cut off the chicken head, dip him in a pot of water, boiling water. Is the same way some people in real life will cut off your head, dip you in a pot of boiling water, so to speak. See? And then we get you in all kind of trouble. Then we backstab you. Then we thief from you. They will hurt those who are close to you just to get back at you. They all these things. Then we mash up your things. Then we do. And then they call it love. So that's our perception of love. The man said, in the bumbo clock west here, I see him thing and we so frig up about this thing called love. In the bumbo clock west here, we're confused about what love is. See? So the whole perception of, remember we talked about this on another video where I said a lot of us come from this culture where we are confused as to what love is. Because we come from a culture where, put your hand in the air, you get beaten. Did you used to get beaten? I'm not talking about, from, well, stop it. Stop, baby. Go over there. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about someone will get flatter. Somehow we laugh about it, but it's sad. Somehow we get flatter like chicken. You ever see one time them lick down chicken with big stone? A country we come from, and when you lick a chicken with a big stone and chickens, animal rights groups are going to be all over me right now. People, I love chickens. I really do. Anyhow, when I'm used to roast the chicken with a big stone, I see chicken that run sideways and then start flatter. Somehow we used to get them kind of beaten there, where we used to get flattered. See? So, me talk to Uno. Uno member say the same people them that used to love with. And you can't deny that them used to love you. Them used to wash your dirty clothes till them teach you how to wash it yourself. They taught you lessons in life that were going to help you to survive out in the world. You must love me if you teach me all that. Why else would you be teaching me how to survive and be independent and successful out in the world? You must love, right? They provided a food or a shelter over your head. Food was on the table daily. Everything like that. That's love. That is real love. Isaac Gaza says, I love my boys. That is real love. Which boys you talk about, Isaac Gaza? Are you talking about like the Mr. C boys? Or you talk about your kids' boys? We have to clarify that because we had a discussion earlier about Mr. C and his love for. So I just want to straighten out. I mean, Isaac gave his £5 donation. He said, "Shout out to the UK." He came back with another £5 donation, and he said, "I love my boys." So I have to try to figure out which boys, so we can put things in proper context. Done. All right. So back to the flattering now, or the disciplining, or the beating. Not how we get flattered. Sometimes we got flattered like them lick chicken with big stone, right? And for us, those people are people that we ourselves would kill for. And you can't tell me nothing about my grandmother, not even to this day. She beat me and bust my head door. See, you can't tell me nothing about my grandfather to this day. But we still a man that wheel off a rope and lick one of my cousins and because we just shit up ourselves immediately. But you can't tell none of us nothing about them. So you see, that thing of love. Now, if somebody was to do that to me today, there's no way I would equate that kind of treatment to love. See? No way. And but the seriousness of this though is that we carry that over into our own lives with our own kids, because we look at it and we tell ourselves that I still love grandma today, so and grandpa today, so I'm sure my kids will still love me in the future. So no, I flatter the kids them just, and we're not talking about flattering as in flattering comments. I'm not flatter the picture them today, just like how somebody flattered you before and you thinking it's okay. And it's easy for you to do because that's what's embedded in your brain. Yo, go around there, sir. Shut up when you hear big people talk. Back on. Left foot, right foot. Hey, we are troops after, but me never troops, mommy. Me never say anything. Come here. Me never say anything. Dear, come round here, so come pick up this for me. Our mother used to do that. Come round here, so come pick up this for me. And when you go in there, she laying right next to it. You're like, this woman called me from way around my room from the next side. I come around and come pick up. You're right next to it. So in your mind, you might have thought, so I never just pick it up your raw self. What that? Yeah, but we never say anything. You did. They were in our thoughts. We wouldn't even think it. So we were being conditioned. See? Be a good boy. Don't answer back. Don't ask questions. Do as I say. Them kind of something there. Yeah. Isaac Gaza says he was talking about his kids, which is what I said. See, big up Isaac Gaza, manners and respect family. So, who that? Arlene K. Unstoppable says, my father that. Yeah, my mother used to stretch out on her bed and everything, and me rear on her left side. Come here. I me run go around there. Yes, mommy. And she said, pick up that for me. That? Pick up the something and give me, boy, hurry up and pick it up and get her. But I'm leaving thinking it was right next to you. Why you never pick that up yourself? Or she'll get ready to go out and she put on her, she have on everything, you know, makeup done, hair done, dress on and everything. And then she put up one foot and call you from there and say, come here. Call my name. Come here. Run, go around there. Strap up my shoes for me. But you, I have to strap up the shoes. This is why you have an attitude. Wait there, hold on. You have an attitude. Me ask you about rent when rent due in here. Eh? You name out the whole of the grocery out of the fridge. Me ask you about grocery. Do you see me have an attitude when it's my time to provide for you? You have an attitude. It's a beer butt. You get about 20 hard ears, and then after you don't get the hard ears and your ears are ring, you still have to focus and still buckle the shoes. So what does that teach you? Don't even have no attitude. Just go and buckle the shoes. Say yes, mommy. Okay, mommy. All right. And go back push party. No, sir? But we are confusing love. And that's why enough of we love and don't know where we are now. Kai. All right, let me let Kai in. Kai is up, people. I got a few more minutes with you and then I'm out. For those of you who can't stay, have a wonderful day. But let me go let my little man in. All right, Papa. All right, come. Come, Papa. All right. I never show nothing when we just get up, right? I know sometimes you do these videos, you're not, well, if you're going to do these kind of videos, I suggest that you dress yourself fully so the camera doesn't fall, because Lord have mercy, if the camera go fall upon a live and your penguin is out there for the world to see, and maybe it's a cold morning, maybe you're a grower, not a shower, I don't know, but it can get quite embarrassing. So you're good, Papa. Yeah, man, but we get some beating, man. We get some serious beating, and that's exactly how I came up. But you can't tell me that my mom don't love me. You understand? You can't tell me mother don't love me. Daddy was a wild soldier. Mommy took the responsibilities and made sure that, you know, we were always good at them things. So, but we confuse love because abuse is in it, to the point where you walk around now and just say you love everything. That's what I tell my kids when they're like, oh, I love hamburgers, or I love chicken, or I love this, or no, you don't. You like that stuff. You love people. See, you love people. Love is such a strong thing. You can't just use it on food or clothes. It's not appropriate for food or clothes. That's my opinion. Love is such a strong word. You can't use it for food and clothes. Me don't love food, no kind of food. Me don't care how bad the shoes is. Me don't love shoes. Me can't love material thing. Me have to love people. See? So we've been programmed from a long time for love. Just say you love, but don't really love. And your actions don't have to match it. This is why enough of we end up in abusive relationships as well. We either end up being the abuser, or we either become the abused, or is a mixture of both. We look for partners who could abuse us just like we can abuse them, and we end up in these dysfunctional relationships. This is a fact, you know. This is a fact. This is our history I'm talking about. And me can talk about it because me live it and go through it myself. Me don't need nobody to tell me about, let me tell you about how it was back. No, that was my time. That's my life story. And I'm sure many others can relate. Yeah. Steve Rudolph Jr., thank you. I appreciate you so much. Steve says, yo, SouFlo, question. What would you do if your children tried to sneak someone in your house, like a girl or a boy? Man, that's a funny one. The reason why it's a funny one is because we just installed cameras and alarms on everything in the house. So I used to stay up late, and then wifey got to bed, the kids go to bed, and I could stay up and work. And while I'm working, you know, I step outside every now and then, do my thing. But I'm stepping outside now, and it alarms the whole house, and there's no way I can turn it off. So there's an answer for your question. My people them not sleep, nobody in here. Makai, are you serious? Kai, come here. Kai, come here. You're either gonna be a part of the show, but you can't be a distraction, bro. All right, so you want to come be a part of the show? Sure. All right, come be a part of the show. So, wifey just made that. We were talking about that, like hymns. Oh, we don't want his room on this side because it's close to the back fence. And we could imagine Kai being like teenage years and have a girl. It's an easy access, shortcut, bust the gate, bedroom window right there, so jump in. Nobody can see you. Not my house. There's going to be cameras everywhere. So, and I can go back and watch my footage later. So you are definitely, and I can control it from my phone. So you definitely ain't sneaking nobody in here. But in the event that I caught this is a rough one. When people ask these questions, I like to answer them honestly. On and off? I like to answer them honestly. Would I feel some type of way different if it was my daughter sneaking a man in than if it was my son sneaking a girl in or a female in? I probably would. Now I know it's what they're gonna call it? What am I gonna call it now? What, babe? Sexist, chauvinistic. I know people are gonna call it that, but here what? Like my grandfather used to tell the female with the women in the neighborhood, him son them can't breed. My son them can't bring home no belly, you know. So You watch your daughter then. See? So I would feel some type of way more if it was my daughter. Plus, I look at my daughters differently. They're there to be like handled with care, and I don't want a boy just come feel like him can jump my fence and sneak in. And because I know what boys and guys, young guys think and how they speak at that age. Am I sneaking in my house? He's not sneaking in my house to go tell everybody, oh my God, I met the love of my life. I'm sure I'm going to be with her forever. I'm going to be faithful to you. I want to meet the dad. I want to talk with the mom. He's not sneaking in for that. Am I sneaking so I can put her on the numbers list? Understand? That's what most young people who start off being sexual end up finding out, that that's not the person that is going to be your forever person. So you end up being just upon somebody's, oh, you are number 12. Yo, dog, like a 12 girl, I'm not done for a month now. Yeah, man. Oh, no, Neka, SouFlo data. Yeah, SouFlo data, dog. Me, I'll jump the fence and me say, me go in and she open the room door. No, me, I try to kill somebody. I'm shooting you out my window. I'm shooting you up. Matter of fact, my daughters are going to know. My daddy crazy. So that's something you're going to have to deal with. I mean, he's going to talk to you calm, like he has respect for people and stuff. But he like really, he got a switch. He really crazy. And he, yeah, a gunman too. You're not sneaking in no windows around here. So to answer that question, you're not sneaking in my house. I'm not having it. And I would definitely feel some type of way catching my kids sneaking somebody into my house. All right. Big Drew says, your house is not the only place where your daughter could get got. I mean, no, that's obvious. But at the same time, with me instilling certain principles in her, with me making sure that she is into certain activities, me occupying her time with productive activities from now until she about 18 or 17, 16, them age there, then I have some level of control to a certain point. Anything can go down at any time, anywhere. That's for sure, right? But it's definitely not going to go down in my house. That I can say. So I'm not worry about what I can't control. I just worry about me instilling the right lessons in her to where she can feed off those lessons and learn to respect herself from an early age, to where she look at herself like, I'm worth way more than that. No guy can sneak in and no window come back shot me and run out of here, or no guy can draw me around no stairwell corner, talk about him and show me no banana and them kind of something. I remember Queen Africa, the boy can't draw me round no corner, figure show me no banana, better allow me make me grow. And that, yes, we know that was Queen Africa have a song like that from way back when. And that line there. So it's what you instill in them most of the time anyway. You know what I'm saying? I've lived my life. I've seen females. I've always come across females that either were self-respecting and you just couldn't get them no matter what you do, no matter how you switch the equation and do the maths. And when you get to find out, our daddy was a serious man and she and our daddy were good and they talk and them kind of something there. So I try to be that for my daughters. And then we ran through females when I was growing up. That was a number under. That's why I talk from experience. And those females, they were willing to give up anywhere and anytime, and you can't do anything with them. So yes, people are going to be negative and say stuff like, it can happen anywhere with your daughter, all that. Sure it can. Sure it can. But you make sure you put in the work when you have your daughter to lessen the chances of that happening. I tell you what, good seeds that are sown, they never go to waste. Whether it come out today in her life or it manifests itself later in her life, because some people are raised right with all the right things in place and they were taught moral values and all these things that are good, and they still go out into the world and follow bad company. All her friends are doing it, so she want to do it too. They're making fun of her because she's still a virgin and they're 16 and they think she should have lost it already. Them have a boy with them want to set her up with. Go girl, look, he's so cute and he into you and all that. Friend and peer pressure and all these things that come with growing up. Those are natural things that are going to happen, right? You want to make sure you put the work in, that even if she goes down the wrong path, she doesn't stay on that wrong path. She might make a one mistake and then say, whoa, that ain't what my daddy taught me. And it felt wrong as hell because I really believe in what my dad has been teaching me all these years. So I'm not going to violate myself like that. And she come back out tight. That's all you have to do. Put in the work and then hope and pray. And let God do the rest. That's all. Isaac Gaza says, going to work. Big up. Vibes Cartel. Gaza. You don't know. That's our thing there. And manners and respect again, family. And thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful day at work. And I appreciate the contribution. All right. So, yeah, man. Some of us are just serious females. We never were Yamabellas from we young. Some of us never had that dad. See? So Bella Mariposa says some of us never had that dad, but they were just not wild from they were young. And that is true. I've seen that. I've seen females from all ends of the spectrum. Some whore out a little bit. Some do it and don't want to do it no more and then turn back to a different way. Some never entered into that world and don't want to, have no interest to them, just depend different meds. And then you have the loose one, them where them been like that since they were young. And them have grown big woman now and they're still like that. So there's difference to the spectrum. Where I want my daughter to fall in, somewhere in between those who have never and those who might have made a mistake and was willing or found it necessary to go back to being good. Can't control everything. So we don't worry about everything. You see it? Boss Move Entertainment. That's right there. Welcome. Arlene K. Unstoppable says, peace out, work flex. All right, we got 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to make it a complete hour on the live. Arlene K. Unstoppable, I appreciate you greatly. You show up here every morning, almost every morning. So thank you. Thank you so much. Jazzy Love says, facts. I never entered that world, but there's a lot in my generation that did. Yes, exactly so. So, important question. If it was my daughter, I have to instill some lessons. That's why I'm doing the work I'm doing now. When she sit down and she sit down with her foot and wide up and something say, hey, close your legs. You can't be sitting like that. If she show up and she got a skirt on, the first thing I ask my daughter is, if she was right here right now and she's 6, I bet she could finish these sentences. If she show up right here in a skirt, the first question your dad would ask you is what? And she'll be like, if I have shorts on? Yeah, because she can't go nowhere in a skirt and just panty. Yeah, we're not doing no easy access for no pedophiles around here and them kind of thing. I've been in a grocery store before. I literally catch big man. You know how the parents, okay, here's one for you before I go. When you go to the grocery store and you put your little child to sit in that cart, your little child has no other way to sit. Because you have a pack grocery in the top. So she's going to probably sit cross-legged or with her knees bent up. I catch a man in a grocery store already, literally looking into the little picnic them catches in the grocery cart. And I stand there and I stare at them to let them know that I see you, man. Like, I see you. Look somewhere else, find something else. You came in here to shop for grocery. Ain't nothing that you want that is in that cart, right? And then they'll do the whole. So I'm instilling those lessons in our mind from early. Y'all wear a skirt, put on shorts. Don't leave your legs open like that. It don't look good. Plus, there are all kinds of people out here, right? All kinds of perverted people, sick people out here. And you don't know who is who. Some of them are probably even closer to you than you think. Because I know people get molested off by uncle and them kind of something there, yeah? Not true? Mommy's brother, daddy's brother. That's all. So I start teach mind them from early, the ropes. See, and I look out for them and I protect them with everything I have. And that's all I can do. Nothing else. Brashaka says, better now than never. Steve Rudolph Jr. Steve Rudolph Jr. says, been following you since the whole Major Hype scandal. And since then, I've subscribed and watched every video and live since then. Keep it coming, man. Oh, man, that's a high honor. That's a high honor. Thank you, man. I appreciate you greatly. You know, especially people who actually take the time to tune into the material. Because it takes time to actually make the material, first of all. But that's something that I love to do. Now, when you love to do something and then people actually gravitate towards it and appreciate it, That feeling is just so great. So thank you. I appreciate you so much. All right. And we're at the top of the hour right now with 15 seconds to go. And I will use those 15 seconds to say it's hump day. Get over the hump with a smile on your face. And you have a lot to be thankful for. You understand? Bella Mariposa, I appreciate you so much. I thank you. She says you are appreciated. So have a wonderful day. Keep a smile on your face. Don't let anybody take your smile off your face. You know, when you go to work, that one co-worker that way you feel like you want to thump them in the back of them head with spot here there because it's not going to show so much and them something that just love it. You know, don't let nobody steal your joy today. Keep a smile on that face. You're beautiful. You're perfect. In all your imperfections, you are perfect. You might not be one person's perfect, but you are perfect. All right? Manners and respect. And I'll catch you tomorrow morning right here on SouFLoTV with Morning Thoughts. I'm out. Peace.